Why is it so hot inside? What we're talking about? GCSE Maths. I just started 6-1 today, and I also just done maths. More maths. Let's get this done quickly. So in this video, I'll go through 5 main tips to help you get a 9 or at least top grades in your GCSE for maths. Let's get straight into it. First tip, shouldn't be surprised. Practice questions. Literally, you might be like, maths, how can I revise and agree? Maths is literally just, if you get it right, you're right. Wrong, you're wrong. No in between. There's nothing like specific you can just learn off the top of your head. Learn off the top of your head. The only way to revise is to practice. Benefit of practice questions, you get used to the styles of questions and you get to understand which way you should be answering certain types of questions. Like for quadratics, for example, there's a specific path which you should take. Like you can either complete the square, you can either factorize, you can use the quadratic formula. But in a specific question, there'll be a specific way to answer it. You won't be able to go any way you want. So like you might get a quadratic question and you might want to factorize, but you can't factorize. So you have to go through a different way. So when you do that, don't be afraid to like forget everything that you've just done. Just don't be afraid to go through a different path or a different way of trying to approach the question. And when you answer or look at the mark scheme of the question or practice paper, make sure you understand how you do it. If you don't understand it as a teacher, they'll understand it. Where to get them? Mainly recommend Save My Exams, topic questions, past papers and revision notes. Topic questions, if you get a checklist for just a test in class, not a proper exam, use these. Past papers for your like preparing for mocks. Revision notes, you get notes and explanation of every single topic. Also, corporate maths, videos and worksheets are the ones I've used the most. And then you've also got some extra stuff up here. And then YouTube videos, Science and Maths by Primrose Kitten, 3-minute maths, Maths Made Easy, or Mathematics Made Easy, Cognito, and obviously corporate maths. My second tip is to find patterns or get used to some tricks. If you were going to describe maths in one word, probably patterns is the word I would use. Maths is all about patterns. For example, if you want to know if a number can be divided by 3, if we add up the digits and if they either come to 3, 6 and 9, it can be divided by 3. So for example, if I've got 1, 2, 5, 6, if I wanted to know if that number would be divided by 3, add up the digits, so 1, add 2, which is 3, add which is 8, yeah, 3 and 5, 8. 8 add 6, 14. You get 14 from that, I think. Yeah, 14. And then add up those numbers. So 1 add 4, well that's equal to 5. 5 is not 3, 6 or 9, so that number is not divisible by 3. But if you got another number, for example 27, we all know that can be divided by 3. 2 add 7, the digits of 27 add up to 9, so it's divided by 3. You can divide it by 3. It's all about those sort of patterns and tricks. Third tip, read the questions carefully. You will make so many mistakes when you realise, you think it's this, you think the question wants you to do this, but actually the question wants you to do something completely different. Read the question carefully, don't make silly mistakes. Fourth tip, get the basics mastered. By that I mean like, it might sound stupid, make sure you know your times tables off by heart. It saves you quite a few seconds just doing basics. That's where I used to spend quite a long time just looking at basic questions. It helps you, but don't spend too long. Just as long as you can do the simple stuff very well. Like bid maths, bod maths, however you want to say it. If you can do that 10 out of 10 times, that's fine. 9 out of 10 times even. Final tip, always recheck your work. Don't ever go through a maths test and not recheck your work. I've rechecked through my tests many times and I still, when I get my test back, made a silly mistake. Just literally do it seriously. You think you do it. You think you're gonna do it. Where you like cover up the question, gonna read it through again. No, do it properly. I did it so many times where I'm like, okay, no, I'm not gonna look at my answer. I know I haven't got it and I'm just gonna look at the question, think I haven't done it, actually do it. You think you're gonna do it, but you don't. You lose marks, silly marks, because you haven't read the question carefully and you haven't checked through your working out. What I would always do is when I need to look back through a question, just answer it again. And my friend would be like, who's sitting next to us, would be like, wow, you've done so much working out on the question. And it's because like I've went through that question so many times just to make sure I've got it right, especially for those questions at the back of paper, 4 or 5 mark questions. Important that you get those right, or at least understand them, or at least have a go at them to pick up a few marks. I mean, from the practice questions, which you should have spent a decent time doing, you should know how to answer them. And remember, you can answer every single question on the test. Just because it doesn't look like a maths question or it doesn't look like you've done it, there will be a way to do it. Like for example, a trigonometry question might not not look like a trigonometry question, but it will be. But those are my 5 tips. Good luck for the future. If this video helped you, leave a comment down below. Like this video. See you guys next time. Bye. Oh man, I don't watch. Sibs. Why is it so hot? I'm the one wearing the tracksuit inside.